What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Get ready, Upper East Siders. Gossip Girl's story will be continued. A spin-off of the hit 2000 show will start on the streaming device HBO Max. Only this time, it would be totally different from what we're used to. Original cast member Kristen Bell will return to narrate the forthcoming series. But what about the rest of the cast? Keep watching to find out how the Gossip Girl reboot will change everything. Debut. HBO Max confirmed that the reboot of Gossip Girl is due to debut in 2021. The creators released the first photos from the set and the first clips from the series. The production was delayed because of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, and back in 2020, the crew was in pre-production and ready to roll. HBO Max Chief Content Officer Kevin Riley told Vulture at the time, the production of the series took place in Vancouver, New York, and Los Angeles. There will be 10 episodes. According to Deadline, HBO has ordered 10-hour-long episodes of the new version of the show, and the story will mostly focus on problems we have with modern society. The original creators are also back. Original program creators Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage are going to be executive producers. Joshua Safran, a writer and a producer on the OG show, is also back.
When's the party?
Saturday.
New cast. So what about the cast? Well, the cast will practically change everything in the very anticipated reboot. Jordan Alexander will play Julian Calloway. Evan Mock will play Akino Aki Menzies. Interestingly enough, this is his first acting role. Savannah Smith will play Monet DeHaan, her role as a student at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts. According to Deadline, she will play an awesome girl at school with an amazing wardrobe. The actress Emily Allen Lind will play Audrey Hope, who has been in a long-term relationship and is beginning to wonder what more could be out there. According to Deadline, some of her famous roles are in Days of Our Lives, All My Children, Criminal Minds, Hawaii Five-0, The Secret Life of Bees, and The Babysitter. Whitney Peak will play Zoya Lott. She has appeared in Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Eli Brown will play Otto Obi Bergman IV. Thomas Doherty will play Max Wolf. Zion Moreno plays Luna La. You might wonder if anyone from the old cast will appear. We'll keep watching to find out. When it comes to the story, it truly sounds amazing. 8 years after the original website went dark, a new generation of New York private school teens are introduced to the social surveillance of Gossip Girl. The logline reads per Deadline. The Prestige series will address just how much social media and the landscape of New York itself has changed in the intervening years.
Haven't you ever heard of knocking?
I did knock, but you didn't hear me. We heard you, though.
I'm sorry.
Who is Gossip Girl? Upper East Siders are more than excited for the Gossip Girl reboot after HBO ordered the return of the original TV series, which was based on the Cicely von Ziegler books of the same name. The reboot will be released on soon-to-be-launched streaming service HBO Max, after its 6-season run on the CW network ended in 2012. We can expect a lot of drama with the teens living on Manhattan's Upper East Side, but what most fans are interested in is whether there'll be the question about who's Gossip Girl. Well, the answer is no. Schwartz told E! News that the possibility of having a group of people being guided by a gossip website wouldn't make a lot of sense. He said, "This idea that we are all Gossip Girl now, in our own way, that we are all purveyors of our own social media surveillance state."
What? I'm joking. You know I'm joking, right, Brie?
The old cast. The show will mostly change because of the new characters, but the possibility of seeing the old cast is not gone. In fact, there's a huge chance we're going to see a few of them. According to the executive producer Josh Schwartz, they've reached out to all of them to let them know it was happening, and they'd love for them to be involved if they want to be involved. But he certainly didn't want to make it contingent upon them being involved. He said at the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour, according to Entertainment Tonight. He also said they played these characters for 6 years, and if they felt like they were good with that, they wanted to respect that. But obviously, it would be great to see them again. In a lot of interviews, the old cast has shared their opinions on a possible return. Chase Crawford, Nate, was not really fascinated with the reboot, as he said he doesn't think anyone's been seriously talking about that. And according to him, they'd have to come up with a real plan, he told Entertainment Tonight in 2019. He also said the reboot is probably going to show you that they shouldn't be redoing it. Blake Lively's Serena was really happy with the idea of returning. It sort of all depends, she told Variety in 2017. However, she said she will never do 7 years of the show, and the reason is that she's been super busy with her babies, and she doesn't want to be away from them that much. However, she would be more than happy to make a cameo in the reboot. More diversity. Joshua Safran, the executive producer, told Vulture that the new storyline will focus more on the diversity of youth in New York City, and according to some fans, this was something the original series should have paid more attention to. What do you guys think? Let us know. Also, smash that like button if you haven't done it already. The producer said that there was not a lot of representation the first time around on the show, and he was the only gay writer the entire time he was there. As he said, even when he went to a private school in New York in the 90s, the school didn't necessarily reflect what was on Gossip Girl. So this time around, the leads are non-white. We should expect a lot of queer content on this reboot. Also, when it comes to the story, according to the producer's interview, it is very much dealing with the way the world looks now, where wealth and privilege come from, and how you handle that. And of course, there will be some major twists and turns that will probably make the show more enjoyable. In a Twitter AMA, when asked what difference he was most proud of in the reboot, Safran answered, "The majority of characters being diverse and/or queer."
Blair Waldorf.
But that's impossible.
Oh my god, I won. This is my moment.
Very different concept. We can all agree that Safran will make the reboot much more amazing, but he was doubtful about rebooting Gossip Girl when the writers Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage asked him about a reboot. They said they'd only reboot the show if Safran was in. And if you were as obsessed with Gossip Girl as we were, you are certainly more than happy that Safran accepted the job. He also said he'd like to do some things they were unable to do the first time around. He said that in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. And in fact, this was what kept him up at night, as he said, a more comprehensive show, a more queer show, looking at how social media has changed in the 12 years since the original Gossip Girl. He also said that there's actually a very different concept this time around. Do you guys have any theories on what we should expect from this anticipated reboot? What do you think will happen? Let us know. On Twitter, Safran also talked about how the tone is different in the reboot. He wasn't sure if this was a good thing at first, but he later embraced it. He continued saying he really wants this to feel like an extension and in no way a reboot. Who from the old cast would you want to appear in the reboot? Do you think there will be many references to some old romances? Tell us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching, guys.